Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're live again, people. We need to talk about Liverpool Football Club. How do we solve a problem like Liverpool? Interested to know what you think is going to happen. 4 defeats in a row, really disappointing. I actually want to start by saying, after the game yesterday, I made a video, obviously. I was really disappointed. But I said in the video, Federico Chiesa came off the bench, didn't really do much. And I tell you, I was wrong. I was way off. After the game, you're full of emotion. I was disappointed. I wasn't focusing on the goal we scored. I was more focused on the chances that we didn't take. The fact that we lost 4 in a row. The fact that we lost to Manchester United. But no, Chiesa, he gets the assist. He comes off the bench. He plays well. Shows that commitment he's been showing all season. So yeah, I was wrong, and I apologise to him. But he definitely needs to start the next game. Salah needs to come out of the team. Kirkes was terrible. Van Dijk didn't have a great game. Yeah, interesting to get your point of view on it. What do you think is going to change? Arne Slot doesn't know his best team. It's a problem. I'm just after watching Monday Night Football there. Jamie Carragher was talking about it. Very interesting. I mean, Man United, it was throw-ins Liverpool were struggling at. Because Man United were just not giving players options. And that's what the winning goal came from. So, Kirkes was not terrible. Maybe terrible is a bit harsh. But he's not playing like the Bournemouth Kirkes. But I'm just, honestly, this team, just so disappointed. But I tell you, the more, when you kind of calm down and you think about it, the chances we had yesterday, on another day we could have scored 4 goals. And Gakpo hits the post in the first half. If that goes in, Isak one-on-one, if he scores, completely different game. Look, it's ifs and buts and maybes, but is it as bad as the results are showing? There is something to build on. The fact that, we're still creating chances. But 4 defeats in a row is not ideal, people. It's not ideal. But Frankfurt next, in the Champions League, away from home. I'm worried about the Brentford game, because Brentford is a team that is just all about set pieces. And Liverpool are struggling with that. Kirkes was bad and has looked out of place since joining. I hope it's not a case of the club too big for him. I think the way the team is set up, it's not suiting the way he plays. Especially the way he played at Bournemouth. He doesn't go forward like he did. And Arne Slot has to figure it out. He has to get the best out of him. Because we're just not seeing the same player. Last season, he was probably the best left back in the league. I mean, he wouldn't even get into a team of the week at this stage. Really, really shocking what we're seeing. What bothers me the most is the insanely slow build-up play. This is driving me mad as well. It really is. There was a moment in the game yesterday, not just one moment, but Konate has the ball, and this has been happening pretty much all season. Konate has the ball, he has no one to give it to. Where is the midfield? All the midfield is just so far forward. Konate's job is not to find that killer pass, and he did with Isak in the first half. Isak needs to score, but that's not Konate's job. He's not good at that, and he played a great game yesterday, but that's not his strength. So the midfield needs to be shown for that ball. Give me the ball and I'll create something. And we're just all over the place. Christine, welcome to the chat. Hi David, surely Mr. Slot will change things, but he seems stubborn. Will be interesting to see how it goes on Wednesday. Better, I hope. He seems very stubborn. Look, he dropped Salah in the last Champions League game. He has to do it again Wednesday night. Because he's just not playing well. And Mo Salah's a legend, but he needs to come out of that team. And it's not just the fact he's not scoring. It's his overall play, his passing. It's just way off. And at the moment, he's a weak link in the team. He needs to come out. And Chiesa can play there. I know he hasn't really played there this season because Salah hasn't been taken off. But he can play there. So, give him a go. We haven't played really well since April. It needs fixing. This is 100% correct. We really haven't. And it's worrying. But, as disappointed as I was yesterday, you look at the chances that we did have. If we can just click, the talent that we have, people, this is a serious team. We're so close to being a very, very good team. But, I mean, this season has been so disappointing so far because every single game, going into the 90th minute, we've either been 1-0 up, a draw, or we've been a goal down. So going into the 90th minute, the game is there for both teams. And it's exhausting at this stage. It really is. He needs to fix it. Kirk has a shot of confidence, also dives too much. Yeah, the first game of the season he was diving in all over the place. He kind of got that out of his game. Yesterday he did it a few times. But I think the confidence thing is a good point. He mentioned as well during the international break that when he plays at Anfield, I'm not sure whether I don't think he said he was nervous, but it is a big stage for him. The spotlight is on him. And I think the confidence thing is a factor now, because he's not playing well. And when the team isn't playing well, the new signings are the ones that are going to get all the attention because they haven't done it except for Ekitike. Slot with the tactics board. I don't know what he needs to see because the trauma is in front of him. I think he's struggling for the answers. I mean, look, we could sit here all day and criticise Arne Slot, and yeah, he's the manager. It's on him. But when the likes of Alexander Isak doesn't score that chance, when Gakpo misses that header, at times you're looking at it and say, well, sure, what more can the manager do? And don't get me wrong, he deserves criticism, of course he does. The likes of Salah needs to be dropped. Chiesa needs to start. But Liverpool had enough chances, enough really good chances to win that game yesterday, or at least not lose the game. Where I would be critical of Arne Slot is more defensively, we're all over the place. The midfield, there's no balance. It's just, he needs to get back to what made us a really good team last season, and that was because we were tough to beat. He seems to have gone completely away from that, and that is a problem, in my opinion. I don't know. What did you think of the overall midfield yesterday? I mean, McAllister and Szoboszlai were playing as two number 10s. But that's fine if Gravenberch is sitting. But he was going forward as well at times. And it was just, we were all over the place. Sam says we need to start Gakpo, Ekitike and Chiesa up front. The funny thing is, before the game yesterday, everybody was saying Gakpo needs to come out of the team. He was probably our best player. Ekitike comes on. He looks like he's going to create something. He looked like he was going to score. And Chiesa has been playing brilliant. I wouldn't mind that front three at all. The big problem at the moment that Liverpool have, if you look at Konaté's performance yesterday, it was excellent. But if you look at Van Dijk's performance yesterday, it wasn't great. Then if you go back to the game against Chelsea, Konaté wasn't great. Van Dijk wasn't great. Then you go back maybe another game, Van Dijk was brilliant. Konaté was terrible. So individual players, they're struggling for that consistency, and it's Van Dijk every single game. He's brilliant. But Konaté was one of Liverpool's best players. It was him and Gakpo. Other than that, everybody kind of struggled. I thought Florian Wirtz played okay when he came on as well. Tommy says Wirtz should have started against a two-man midfield who have no legs. Yeah, that's another criticism of Arne Slot. I don't know what he was trying to do yesterday. I've mentioned this before. I don't know what way he kind of wants us to play. It's getting to the stage now where I think he just needs to play Florian Wirtz. He just needs to play him. Just play him. I know he struggled, but Liverpool are not getting the results. So, what have you got to lose? Play him. He's going to end up, he's a £100 million player. He's going to end up playing anyway. So just play him. I mean, I'm worried about the game on Wednesday night because we're just not playing well. And the opposition know exactly how to play us now. Arne Slot needs to come up with something. Christine asks, would you definitely say no chance of us retaining our title? Think it's unlikely. Yeah, we're not winning the league this season, unfortunately. I hope I'm wrong. I really Hope I'm wrong. But we're not winning it. We're just not strong enough defensively. Arsenal are. City are even parking the bus in games. Liverpool just don't look like they're capable of keeping a clean sheet. And clean sheet wins you the Premier League. You know, yesterday we scored a goal. We didn't even get a draw. And this is the problem. Arsenal get a goal. It's game over. If Arsenal score, they're not losing. If Liverpool score, they're not even getting a draw. And I just don't see us winning the league. I'm confident of us winning the Champions League because I think second half of the season we're going to see the real Liverpool. But I still think the results are going to be up and down first half of the season. And I honestly don't see us winning the league. Are we in a top 4 race? I mean, hopefully that's not a struggle. But I don't see us winning the league, unfortunately. An emergency team meeting is happening tomorrow. This is what we're having now, people. Emergency meeting. Well, David, I'm here for some therapy. I think we all need it at this stage. What a season it's been. Honestly. No easy games. Not one easy game. And I tell you, I'm really, really worried about the Brentford game. Because we're struggling on set pieces. And that's Brentford's strength. Long throws, free kicks. And Jordan Henderson with those just as soon as he gets the ball in behind. I'm not looking forward to that game at all. And again, another difficult game. I know we're not playing well, but every single game seems like it's a difficult game, whether it's away. And another away game on Saturday against Brentford. Tough place to go. Rice says group therapy. Group therapy session. It's what it is tonight. Emergency meeting. We really need the real proper CDM or defensive midfielder. Yeah, 100%. Look, it worked last season. Ryan Gravenberch worked in there. But I read something in the summer. Ryan Gravenberch said that Arne Slot told him he's going to be playing further forward this season. Or he has that license to go further forward. I didn't like that. As soon as I read that, I was like, why is he doing that? You know, Ryan Gravenberch was the young player of the year last season. In that holding role. Why would you change it? I don't get it. Emergency meeting is real. It was not a joke. I didn't hear about this. Look, it's needed. The team needs to sit down and figure out what way they're going to go going forward. Are they going to be like, right lads, take pride in your defending? I was listening to Roy Keane and Jamie Carragher after the match yesterday, and that's exactly what they said. They're not taking pride in their defending anymore, and they did last season. I've said it so many times. My favourite performance last season was away to Manchester City. And from the get-go, from that game, it was all about, lads, we're not losing this game. We're keeping a clean sheet. And it was so obvious. That's what the motivation was for that game. And this season, it just doesn't seem to be that way. And Jamie Carragher said after the game as well, he said it's like as if the players are saying to themselves, do I really need to defend? Like, honestly? And I think he's right. Thoughts about Macca's performance? Not great again. I was disappointed. I mean, he gets a whack in the head after a minute. The game should have been stopped. But again, he's not playing as well as he can. And it's a worry because it can't be fitness now. You know, he played 90 minutes in a friendly for Argentina, scored 2 goals. Maybe because he was back from the international break, he's flying all over the world. Maybe. But it's not the McAllister of last season. It's really not. And that's another problem. And Arne Slot, look, he deserves criticism, of course. But the amount of players just not playing well. It's really frustrating. Sam says, please bring Klopp back and sack Slot. I'm sorry, but I'm turned on Slot now, like he ain't passionate. No, I don't agree with you, Sam. You're entitled to your opinion, of course, but no, not from me. The man won the Premier League last season. I mean, he has enough credit in the bank. He definitely gets this season. Even if we finish mid-table, for me, I will never be calling for Arne Slot to be sacked. He definitely deserves this season. Plus, a lot of new signings. It's going to take time. But I'm just disappointed with the results. But I wouldn't be saying Arne Slot needs to go. He deserves criticism, absolutely. But no. I'm not Slot out, but I'm Slot fix this now. Absolutely. I think that's the attitude we need to have. Because first of all, Arne Slot, he's not going anywhere. So for me, it just makes no sense for the fans to be saying, oh, he needs to go, blah, blah. He's not going. So he needs to try and fix it. And I think he's good enough to do it. I do. But one of the big problems he's having, he doesn't know his best team. And everything he's trying is not working. So I'd say if he had hair, he'd probably be tearing it out. Because he's trying a lot of things, it's not working. Stephen says it's not good enough from Liverpool. Absolutely, I agree with you. This is Liverpool Football Club. We cannot be losing 4 games in a row. We definitely cannot be losing 5 games in a row. And we can't be losing to that Manchester United team at home. We really can't. So disappointed with yesterday's result. If we're going to lose 5th in a row, it goes back since the 1950s. How bad is that? Should keep Slot. Even if we lose on Wednesday night. Honestly, people. Look, you're all entitled to your opinion, of course. But for me, Arne Slot has enough credit in the bank to try and at least figure this out. Where did this stat come from that Liverpool hadn't lost 4 in a row in 38 years? Was it 4 in the league or something? Because we haven't lost 4 in a row since 2014 under Brendan Rodgers. Yeah, that stat came out yesterday, but all of last week, all over the international break, it was like Liverpool haven't lost 4 games in 38 years. It must be league games or something, is it? This is a great point. The more Slot complains about the low blocks, the more opposition are going to play low blocks. You remember last season, I think it was after the Man United game at Old Trafford, we won the game 3-0. And everybody was praising Arne Slot because after the game, he explained his tactics, Man United's tactics, and it was brilliant. And teams now are figuring it out. And yesterday he came out and he complained about Man United play low block, they play long balls. Every team's going to do it. Every team is going to do it. He has to figure it out now. So that's a great point. Noel asks, David, did you watch the Didi Hamann preview on ESPN? He called it, saw coming and said Man United would beat us. We are too unbalanced. Didi Hamann, to his credit, the man is a brilliant pundit. I didn't watch it, but somebody mentioned it to me the other day that he had picked Man United to win. And he was spot on, unfortunately. Absolutely spot on. What a difference a season makes. Maguire misses an easier chance to win it last season when it was 2-2, and yesterday, when chips are down, it goes in. Isn't it funny the way when Harry Maguire scores a winner, he's the best defender in the world? Football Story. Go subscribe to Jamie's channel. Football Story, brilliant channel. Thanks for joining there, Jamie. Think it might be time to drop Salah, Ekitike and Isak together. We need to see more of. Yeah, absolutely. Give it a go. What's the harm? It's not working at the moment. I was watching Monday Night Football and Jamie Carragher had a team. He was saying basically the same. Florian Wirtz, Ekitike and Isak have to play. So he had Isak up front. He had Ekitike kind of in, well, Wirtz in that 10 with Ekitike. Salah was playing. But Arne Slot just needs to try things because at the moment, it's not working. It's not working and it's disappointing, honestly. Tommy says, how we started that game is unforgivable, especially against that shower. We are too soft and too nice, simple as that. Van Dijk, what was he doing? I mean, this has been one criticism about Virgil for a long time, that he doesn't sprint at times. I mean, when Virgil plays well, he's the best defender in the world. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, he just started the game really slow. I mean, the game should have been stopped. But It was a really disappointing start. And as soon as when Gakpo hit the post in the first half, I just said to myself, we're not winning this game. Sam says the reason we are in this mess because we're not scoring the goals we need up front. 100%. Because, as I said earlier, there's only so much a manager can do. If Isak, Salah, Gakpo keeps missing these chances, what more can he do? He deserves criticism, absolutely. But honestly, if the man had hair, he'd be tearing it out. Virgil van Dijk is a good captain, but nowhere near the level of Henderson, for example. That's an interesting point. Henderson, very vocal on the pitch. Virgil, he is kind of organising the back four, but Henderson he never stopped shouting at his teammates. Tommy says Maguire is absolutely shite. Don't forget, he scored a goal, which means he's the best defender in the world now. Okay? Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that even though he was playing as a defender and Liverpool created at least four really good chances, Harry Maguire scored a goal, which means he's a great defender now. Honestly, drive you mad. Shouldn't have watched Klopp's podcast, What a Legend. He mentioned everyone should defend unless your name is Messi. I didn't watch it yet. I might watch it tomorrow. What is it, 2.5 hours long? What a Legend. Very interesting, I'd say. I've seen a few bits of it, but I'm definitely going to watch it all. We've scored 3 in 5. Yeah, but if we could keep a clean sheet, Liverpool have to score 2 goals to be almost guaranteed not to lose. And that's not good enough. The first 11 that started the match against Atletico is the best we've seen Liverpool this season. Yeah, that's a good point. Isak and Wirtz were linking up really well. Let me just get that team. And we'll talk about it. Fixtures. That's not it. Here we go. Right, this team here. Robertson started. Van Dijk, Konate, Frimpong. Frimpong was excellent when he came on yesterday. I was really impressed with him. Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Gakpo, Wirtz, Salah, Isak. But then the problem is Ekitike. Because Ekitike deserves to start. Sorry, I didn't add that to the screen. My apologies. What do you think? I think Wirtz he's just going to have to play him. Just play him. Because he's not going to be able to find his feet when he's sitting on the bench. He done well when he came off the bench yesterday. Now, the game was wide open. It kind of suited him. But for me, just play him because we're losing at the moment. So, what have you got to lose? He has to find a way to get Isak and Ekitike into the team, in my opinion. Sam says, why doesn't Slot trust Frimpong? He's Dutch, for crying out loud. I think, again, performance yesterday, he has to start against Frankfurt on Wednesday, in my opinion. Why not? But would you play him right back or would you play him instead of Salah? He played him instead of Salah against Galatasaray. For me, it didn't really work. But again, it was the team didn't really play well. There was a couple of moments. But for me, it's getting to the stage now where he has to get the players that are playing well into the team. There's not many. Chiesa, Frimpong's performance yesterday. Gakpo played well, even though he should have scored the second goal. But, and Ekitike. Ekitike is playing well, and he played well when he came off the bench yesterday. Isak is not playing well. As much as, he's a brilliant player, he cost a lot of money. Get the players that are playing well into that team. Tommy says Frimpong should be given a run at right back. Exactly. Look, let's just try it. Because Conor Bradley's not playing well. And this putting Szoboszlai in at right back. You're taking one of our better midfielders out of his natural position. So when he does that with Szoboszlai, early on in the season, he was doing a job, fair play to him. But you're missing out on a quality right back, and you're missing out on a quality midfielder. It just doesn't make sense. It's not working anymore. Noel says the Premier League is no country for small men, especially with set-piece football ruling this season. Jamie Carragher mentioned this yesterday as well. And it's a great point because this season we have really, really struggled at set-pieces. I mean, the Man United's winner yesterday, there was 3 players at the back post. If Harry Maguire doesn't head it in, there's 2 other players there. Curtis Jones runs out. And I thought Curtis Jones played okay when he came on. He ran out as if it was going to be a counter-attack. Frimpong did the same against Crystal Palace. He ran out as if it was going to be a counter-attack. Lads, just defend. Defend. And when it then breaks down, then you can worry about going forward. But just make sure. Wait till the phase of play is over. Sam said we can just get that one win, even if it's a 1-0 boring win, we can build and put a run together. 100%. Just win. We have to find a way to win a game of football. 4 defeats in a row is not good enough. But the only thing that you can kind of, take from those games is that we could have won every one of them. Now, against Crystal Palace, we should have been 4-0 down at half-time. But we could have actually won the game in the second half. Against Chelsea, we could have won it. Man United, we could have won it. The only one maybe against Galatasaray, we really struggled to create anything decent. Conor Bradley should have scored. But the 3 league games anyway, we could have won every one of them. So that's the only thing that you take from it. But unfortunately, we didn't. We couldn't even get a draw. Feels like we are a relegation team at the minute. Wouldn't go that far. Jesus, don't say that, lads. Can you imagine if we were in that? All summer and we messing about Man United going to be in a relegation battle to finish 15th. Oh, I couldn't take that. No. There's too much quality in this team not to get it right. I don't think we're going to win the league because I think there will be inconsistent performances still. But there's too much quality. Noel says, massive mistake not sorting out the defence in the summer. Let the Mark Gahey deal drag on and pay the price. And then we go and sign 2 small fullbacks. I mean, it's looking like a big mistake now. It really is, because the one thing about, I know it's ironic to say it now, but because Crystal Palace, they conceded 3 goals the other day. But that Crystal Palace team with Mark Gahey in it, they take pride in defending. You could see it. When Liverpool played them, they were solid. Liverpool really struggled to break them down. But I think Mark Gahey would have been perfect. A perfect signing. And if we keep playing like this and Liverpool don't go in and try and get him in January, I mean, who knows what's going to happen second half of the season. We could have easily drawn 2 and won against Man United, yeah. See, this is the thing. If you're going to try and be positive about it, that's what I will say. We could have won those games. We could have definitely got a draw against Crystal Palace and Chelsea, and we should have beaten Man United. And then we'd be top of the table. And then we'd be saying, look, we're not playing well. Crystal Palace and Chelsea, tough places to go. We get the draw, we move on. But it's fine margins. We're just conceding too many goals late on. Slot is too scared to bench Mo. I'm talking about Jamie Carragher a lot, but he said a good point again yesterday. He said we were giving Slot so much praise last season because Salah wasn't defending, he wasn't tracking back, but he was scoring, he was getting all the assists. And Arne Slot was getting huge praise for that. This season it's not working out the same. And unfortunately, Mo Salah, as good as he is, he has to come out of that team. In my opinion. He just has to, even for himself, because he's not playing well. Arsenal have Palace and City have Villa this weekend. Not easy games. No, I'm actually very interested in what way the Crystal Palace Arsenal game will go, because Palace took points off Arsenal there last season. That was the game that Liverpool were then able to win the league against Tottenham. Palace got a draw at the Emirates. And I'm very intrigued this season because Palace are playing well. They're scoring goals. Defensively, they're solid, even though they did concede 3 goals the other day. Very intrigued with that game. If Arsenal win that game, and they win it kind of comfortably, and it's a boring game, honestly, people, I think this Arsenal team will be very serious. And City have Villa. Villa are on a brilliant run. They've won 5 in a row in all competitions, especially after the start of the season they had. See, what do you think of Man City? I mean, if you take Haaland out of that team, they're not scoring the goals. But then you could say the same about Mo Salah last season with us. If you take Mo Salah out of that team, we're probably not winning the league. But Haaland this season is on fire. He really is. Welcome to the chat there, Angel. She's in Australia. Shout out to her. Good morning, everyone. Just remember, Man City lost 5 to 6 games and still winning the league. All to their losses were in the beginning of the seasons. Yeah, it's a good point. Because if you're going to go through a bad run, make sure it's at the start of the season. You don't want to go through a bad run. Like, remember Klopp's last season? We had a great season and then towards the end it kind of fizzled out. So if this is Liverpool's bad run, okay, it's happening at the right time. But the way we're playing, unfortunately, when's the next win coming? We just don't know. We don't know when we're going to get out of it. Look, I'm fully confident we are going to get out of it because there's too much talent in that squad. But it's just frustrating at the moment. Spencer says, without Haaland, they aren't scoring. Neither is Arsenal. If you take out set pieces, 60% of their goals are on set pieces, I think. Yeah, it's something, can't contradict it. You're probably right with the 60%. But it's the clean sheets, lads. Honestly, Man City are starting to get now as well. Guardiola has changed his style. He's parking the bus. He doesn't care. And we know Arsenal do that. They're boring, but they're winning. And at this moment in time for Liverpool, I would gladly take a couple of games where we only score with set pieces and we keep a clean sheet and it's the most boring game to watch. I would take that all day long. We just need to get back to winning. We aren't used to it, lad. We have been spoilt. We have, to be fair. I mean, since 2019, we haven't had that much to complain about. We've had a couple of bad seasons, but since 2019, Champions League, 2 Premier Leagues, FA Cup, 2 League Cups, Club World Cup, Super Cup, Community Shield. It hasn't been bad, let's be honest, but this is Liverpool Football Club. 1 defeat is not good enough. This is why Arsenal could win this. They defend and get a shit luck goal and win 1-0 in a snooze fest. So win your leagues. Simple. I mean, remember years ago, Arsenal was 1-0 to the Arsenal. They were successful with it. We need Gay in order at least 2 centre-backs. Isn't Konate mad this season? Yesterday he was one of our best players. Probably the best player. Other than Gakpo. I thought Gakpo was very good. Should have definitely scored more than the 1 goal. But I mean, Konate, you look at him yesterday and you have no worries. No worries about him at all going forward. What a player. If that was the first time you've seen him this season, you'd say, oh, this is the old Konate. Honestly, against Brentford now on Saturday, the man could have one of the worst games you'll ever see in your life. It's the consistency of the players as well. Goals win you games. We have a lot of them. However, our biggest problem is timing. Yeah, we're just not taking the chances. Although that Gakpo header yesterday, lads. Oh, yes, it was a sitter. Del Boy, at the moment, any team will fancy their chances against us. It's a worry. It's a big worry. Because I don't think teams are afraid of us. Teams have figured it out. Park the bus, play counter-attacking football, and you'll get joy. You're not guaranteed to win or anything, but you're going to cause Liverpool problems. Did anybody see that picture that was going around online? There was a moment, half an hour into the game, Kirkes had the ball, and there was not one player in the centre circle. Let's see if I can get it here. I think I saved it earlier. I mean, it was bizarre. The midfield was too far forward. I think Gravenberch was a bit wide. And Kirkes had nobody to pass it to. Here it is. Hold on, they're only get it for you. That's not it. Hold on there now, people. I'm still getting used to this live streaming. This one. Add to the stage. Look at that. Absolutely no one in there. There's Gravenberch at the bottom of the screen. Szoboszlai is there to the left. And he looks like he's pointing to play it back to the goalkeeper. I mean, there is no options for Kirkes there. Zero. And the very same thing happened in the second half with Konate. I'm not blaming Konate because that's not his role in the team. But it's just the lack of options that the defenders have when they have the ball. That's a worry. That's the midfielder's job, to come and show for it. Give me the ball. I'm going to create something here. I'm going to be the one that's going to lead play. Arsenal have that with Zubimendi. City have that with their midfielders. Why have Liverpool lost this? That's a worry for me. By the time Isak and Wirtz click, we could be out of all the competitions. No. We're winning the Champions League, people. Trust me. Paul says, I normally avoid social media after a defeat, but David is sensible to listen to. I try to be. I was a bit emotional after the game. I made a video, and I wasn't angry in it. Just disappointed, people. Just disappointed. Because losing 4 in a row, but losing to Man United, honestly. Went to work today, avoided every single Man United fan. Couldn't, of course, but I tried. Although it's not as bad as it was years ago. Where I worked, there's about 150 people in it. And years ago when I started, it was 2013. So Brendan Rodgers was the manager. We were struggling, of course. The place was full of Man United fans. So when Gerrard slipped, it was a nightmare. Honestly, it was a nightmare. They've all kind of left now. They've all quietened down, actually. And a lot of them have left. But you still never want to lose to them. I'm tired of seeing Virgil roaring at Kirkes. The captain should be encouraging the lad who was clearly struggling. Who mentioned this? Was it Craig Burley mentioned this? Look, it's a good point. There was one moment in the first half. Kirkes put in a cross. Man United ended up clearing it. But they countered, and Virgil had to kick it out for a throw. And straight away, he's turning around, he's giving out. Yeah. I don't know. Look, I mean, if Liverpool win the game, that's not even brought up. I don't know. I get it, but for me, Jordan Henderson probably would have done the same. Win the Champions League with this defence. Trust me, people. Liverpool are winning the Champions League. We're going to sort it. Second half of the season. Arne Slot is obsessed with PSG. I'm going off that last season. PSG, first half of the season, terrible. Nearly got knocked out of it. Ended up winning it. It's going to happen, people. It's definitely going to happen. It was Hobosly shit throw to Marmalashvili that led to second goal, who even passed to the goalkeeper from a throw-in. I watched this on Monday Night Football there. Jamie Carragher went over it. And it was Man United's tactics to really put Liverpool under pressure at throw-ins. And they really cut off all the options. So really his only option was for Marmalashvili. Now the throw was terrible because it bounced right in front of him. And the goalie could do nothing except for what he did. So no criticism on him on that. But I think it was a lot down to Manchester United. As much as I hate to say it, Jamie Carragher was talking about it on Monday Night Football. But yeah, you're right. I mean, the better option, just throw it down the line. Let somebody go up and try and win it. What did you think of the goalie for the first goal? I think he should have done better. Am I being harsh? You know now I'm not a big fan of his. But am I being harsh on him? I thought he should have done better. Now look, he's obviously going to get compared to Alisson because Alisson is the best goalie in the world. But I think Alisson saves that. I actually think Queven Kelleher saves that. I thought it was really poor. I thought the shot was straight at him. Now maybe I'm being harsh. Delboy says we're not winning the Champions League, no chance. Trust me, I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Steve says Gravenberch needs to sit in front of the defence. Play Jones for McAllister alongside Soboslai, behind Wirtz with Ekitike and Slot up front. I'm guessing Isak up front. Let Kirkes play his natural game. His attacking is being curtailed. Yeah, this is spot on. Spot on. Because the picture I just showing you of the midfield, the centre circle with nobody in it, Ryan Gravenberch needs to just sit there. You know, he's gone away from that. I don't know why he almost has like a free role. He needs to just sit there, protect the back four, give the likes of Kanate and Virgil an option for a pass. So many times the midfield just too far forward. And again, it goes back to no balance. Podge says, just not together yet, but give them time. That's what I'm saying. We're winning the Champions League, people. Second half of the season. Dave's always right. We are winning the Champions League. And now you got to believe us. I'm telling you, people. I'm telling you. I said it in the summer. We're not winning the Premier League this season, unfortunately. Because of what's happening. Too many inconsistent performances at the start of the season. Up and down results. And this is what you're seeing. But second half of the season, we are going to go on a run and we are winning the Champions League. Because once we get to the knockout stages, Anfield, we were unlucky last season against PSG. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Marmalashvili looks sorted. Never seen such composure from a goalkeeper ever in the Premier League. Really? I don't agree with that. Look, he didn't make any major mistakes yesterday. There was one bit in the first half where a shot came in and he palms it out and Mason Mount had a chance that goes over the bar. The winning goal, I mean, he couldn't really do anything for it. I thought he should have done better for the first goal. How long will Gravenberch be out for? He twisted his ankle. So, was it serious? Did anybody hear it today? I didn't hear. I mean, it better not, if he is out, it better not be more than a day. Don't bring him to the match on Wednesday. But he was able to play on. Usually when they're able to play on, it's not that bad. So hopefully, if he's not going to play against Brentford, hopefully it's just that game. That man better not be injured. Marmalashvili distribution isn't good. He should have saved the first goal. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe we're being a bit harsh on him. I thought he should have saved it. Because even when Mbemba went through, I was thinking, no, the angle is a little bit tight. The goalie will come out. But no, next minute it ends up in the back of the net. If Ekitike doesn't start ahead of Isak and Slot keeps persisting with Salah, who badly needs a rest, then serious questions need to be asked of Slot. Yeah, it is. It's getting to the stage now where certain players need a rest. That's a polite way of saying they need to be dropped. Salah is one of them. Ekitike is not. Ekitike has to play. Even yesterday. I mean, he had a couple of half chances, but he looks dangerous. Every time he gets the ball, he looks like something is going to happen. He has to play. It's that simple. If he doesn't play, Isak, look, I feel sorry for Isak. It's just not happening for him. But it is happening for Ekitike, and you need to get the players that are playing well, get them onto the field. Robbo over Kirkes. Yeah. I was surprised he didn't play yesterday. Considering it's Man United, it's a big game, the crowd, everything. I thought it would have been perfect for Robertson. I was definitely surprised. Is this true, lads? 17 goals conceded so far this season versus only 5 same time last year. 12 games. 7. That's not true, is it? 17. Is that true, lads? That's not true. Let me think. 2. Jeez, it is right. 17. Oh, here. In all competitions, yeah. Jeez, that's a lot. That is a lot. It comes back to it. We need to be tough to beat. We're not tough to beat. We're not tough to play against. I mean, Man United, we actually made Man United look decent. At times. Not for 90 minutes. People will go overboard about Man United's performance yesterday. Oh, the manager got it spot on. On another day, Man United would have lost that game 5-2. Easily. Oh, the manager. Oh, Ruben Amorim. Oh, what a manager. Get a grip, lads. Angel has the best confidence I've ever seen from a Liverpool fan. I said it before and I'll say it again. We are winning 3 trophies this year, and one of them is the Premier League. However, Man City will push us all the way. Arsenal will fall off by January. Wow. That is a prediction and a half. I think we can all use a bit of that positivity. 3 trophies is a lot. I've never had that confidence. Never. Even when Jurgen Klopp was there. Never had that confidence. 3 trophies. Is the Champions League one of them? Premier League. I take 1 at this stage. Which is going to be the Champions League. Of course. Great show, by the way. Thank you very much. It's an emergency meeting. We're having one tonight, people. We're trying to figure this out. How do Liverpool get back to winning ways? Start taking the chances and start defending. Solved. Yeah, this is a thing that's going around on social media at the moment. Spencer says, I hope so. I would rather see City and their plastic fans win than Arsenal. Their fan base is insufferable. A lot of, on social media, Liverpool fans are just tweeting saying, City, we're behind you. Go and win it. I mean, it just proves that nobody cares. Unless you are in a title race with Man City, nobody cares if Man City win it. Like before last season, say, when it was Arsenal and Man City, I was hoping Man City would win. When it's Liverpool versus Man City, obviously, we don't want Man City to win it. We're looking at Man City's fixtures. We're looking at Man City games. But when you're not in a title race, oh yeah, Man City won it. Okay, that'll do. Yeah, no problem. It just shows you, like we all know what it is. Manchester City died in 2008 and a brand new football club started. The only thing they kept from the old team was the colour. I mean, think about it. New stadium, new crest, new training ground, new players. I mean, it's The only thing that they have connection from the current club to the old club is Oasis. That's about it. Christine says, Angel would love if your predictions came true. Football is a game of chance and luck at times. We would all love for Angel's predictions to come true. 3 trophies. We could all do with that positivity. Arsenal's fan base are some of the most delusional. Look, I know a lot of Arsenal fans, and they're not, no problem with them at all. They're proper football fans. It's the online Arsenal fans. In 2008, Middlesbrough beats Man City 8-1. That was the old Man City. That was the original Man City. Completely different club, people. Completely different club. I know people will say, oh, but the stadium was already there. Yeah. Wasn't looking like it is now, though, is it? Completely different club. Noel says this. I have to show you this comment. An Arsenal fan was on to me after the game and said Harry Maguire was a better defender than Virgil van Dijk. You can't listen to them. Unbearable. See, this goes back to it. As I said earlier, Harry Maguire scored a goal, which means he is a brilliant defender. Even though Liverpool created so many clear-cut chances, scored a goal, Gakpo missed the sitter, Isak was one-on-one with the goalkeeper, Mo Salah should have scored, but you're not getting it, people. Harry Maguire, he scored a goal, which means he's a great defender. Remember last season in Europe? Put Harry Maguire up front. He'll get you a goal. He scores in the last minute. He's a great player. He's a great defender. He's a Man United legend. He still can't defend, but it doesn't matter because he scores. That's what defenders do. Honestly, drive you up the wall. A few weeks ago, fans wanted Amarim sacked. Now he's beating us. He's wonderful. Oh yeah, they're back. They're back. Don't worry about that, people. They are back. John asks, how are you not addressing the Jota situation more? The squad are obviously still affected by it. Of course they are. Absolutely they are. But, and Salah is probably really affected by it. You can tell. But then the manager needs to take him out. This is what we're saying. You know, play the players that are playing well. I mean, Ekitike, a new player, he's started his Liverpool career brilliantly. Put him in. You know, Isak, not playing well. Ekitike should play. So yeah, the players are affected. Absolutely, of course they are. But that's where Arne Slot needs to play. The players that are playing well. Take the players out that are not playing well. Give them, you know, explain it to them. Best for you, best for everyone if you just sit out a few games, come off the bench until you get going. Alan says, just watching Kelleher playing for Brentford, seriously, our new goalkeeper is a downgrade on him. I said it from day one, people. I said it from day one. I think I'm not going to be too harsh on him because he's a Liverpool player now. You have to support him, of course. But I wasn't a fan of him when he played last season. There was a game he played last season against, was Real Madrid. He pulled off 7 saves. Great performance from him. But to me, that doesn't make you a great goalkeeper because when you play for Liverpool, you're not going to be facing with 7 shots every game. I mean, to me, that's Jordan Pickford. People think Jordan Pickford is a good goalkeeper because he faces so many shots. So his stats are going to be brilliant. And I remember when Liverpool signed Simon Mignolet from Sunderland. Look at the stats. Look at the amount of saves he makes a game. He was playing for Sunderland. They were crap. So for me, a proper goalkeeper, you've nothing to do for 80 minutes. You pull off a save. Now, he played very well against Chelsea. But for me, I'm not a big fan of him, but you have to support him. So I do agree with you. I think Kelleher was a better goalkeeper. But unfortunately, it is what it is. Angel says, I know you don't believe me, but I have seen this team and what they are capable of. All it needs, the wrinkles to be ironed out. By the way, Man United winning yesterday is the best thing. It's the best thing because Man United think they're back. 100%. Look, I hope you're right. I really do. I really do. But it's at the moment, it's kind of hard to see. Like, we're winning the Champions League. I said that, fully confident. So I agree with you there. But at the moment, you just wonder, where's the next good performance coming from? Hopefully it's Wednesday, and then they back it up on Saturday. Christine says, apart from us, would prefer Palace to win the league. Can't stand Man Cheaty and Arsenal. Not a lover of either. No. Crystal Palace. They're on the list. Not a fan of Palace. Brighton. We'll go with Brighton. I've nothing against Brighton. Spencer said, I would honestly take one trophy as long as it is one of the major ones, Champions League or League. FA Cup or Carabao would be nice on top of the League or Champions League, but I am not convinced with the defence. I'd love for Arne Slot to win a trophy again this season. I really would. Look, I'm confident we'll win the Champions League. But Angel is confident we're going to win the Premier League. I'm confident we're going to win the Champions League. Which would you prefer? For me, it's the league. So I hope Angel is right. Are West Ham losing? I have them in the last man standing. Absolute useless. That's me gone anyway. I was going to go with Chelsea and I said no. I'll go with West Ham. Nuno will get new manager. They're at home. Football League is the priority. Well, it always is. What do you think about the upcoming fixtures until the break? This is the problem, right? Because at the moment, the way Liverpool are playing, every single game looks difficult. And the fixtures look tough. Really tough. So we have Frankfurt obviously on Wednesday. Brentford away. Crystal Palace is in the cup. Aston Villa. Of course, Aston Villa are playing well at the moment. Real Madrid and Man City. And then, yeah, that's the one before the international break, is it? Why are we going to the Etihad before the international break? We went to Chelsea the last time. Like, it's tough. I mean, normally, if Liverpool were playing well, you'd say, right, we can go to Brentford and win. We can beat Palace in the cup. We can beat Aston Villa at home. We beat Real Madrid last season. We won at the Etihad last season as well. But it's a tough place to go. You take a draw there, maybe. But the way they're playing, every single game looks tough. Even when you come back, Nottingham Forest. I mean, Sean Dyche is going to be there. You know where he's going to play. He's going to park the bus. So we're going to struggle with that. I think one win is all Liverpool need. Where we play well and we score and it's just an easy win. And then I think it's all systems go. But you just don't know where that's coming from. That's a big problem. Donny says, we played Madrid and City in the same week last year as well and got the results. We did indeed, but again, we were playing well. Look, there's a way to look at it too. If Liverpool were to win those two games, at home to Real Madrid, away to City, that's the kickstart to the season. That's what you want. But the way they're playing, just a struggle. The win at the Empty had last year was the first in what was it, 10 years? Yeah, it was Jurgen Klopp, the 4-1, 2015, 16. Christine says, love Kelleher, we wanted to be a number one elsewhere. Hope he does great in his career. Yeah, look, I mean, he deserved to be a number one. But for me, Liverpool legend. He's had some really big moments as a Liverpool goalkeeper. And the fact that he was Irish as well. Really proud of him. He's such a brilliant goalkeeper. And I love the fact that he was at the club. I was sad to see him go. But I wish him all the best, except for this Saturday. I hope he concedes about 6 goals. Last season we have Diaz. Stop comparing last year. Yeah. Well, look, I mean, we won the league last year. We played well last year. I get what you're saying, but we had the same midfield. And to me, the midfield is, that's the engine room of any team. You look at even Jurgen Klopp's great team. That front three was unbelievable. The midfield, very underrated. The hardest working midfield in football. And last season we had the midfield. And this season, this midfield is just, it's all over the place. So I get what you're saying, but to me, one of the big problems is the midfield. Gravenberch is obviously McAllister, not playing well. Trying to figure a way to get Florian Wirtz into that team. You are Irish, I would have never guessed. Let me guess, it's the accent. Anybody guess where I'm from? What county? I've mentioned it before, but maybe you didn't know. Spencer said the midfield this year is crap. Yeah, it's look, it's easier to compare to last season if it was the exact same team, but the midfield is the same. And last season, it was the best midfield in the league. And we're not seeing it this season. Derek says leash. Leash, leash, leash. Correct. Martin says Carlow. No, I work in Carlow. I live in Laois. I'm from Laois. Sam, I have Birmingham accent. Birmingham. Noel says, as well as Diaz, the sadly missed Jota brought great press and energy off the bench too and was good for a big goal. He really is missed. He really is. It was devastating what happened to him. He was a really great player. And you remember when, whenever Jota was fit, you were always like, finally, Jota's going to play. Because you were almost guaranteed that the man was going to score. Already come off the bench, you're like, yes, Diogo, you're the man. You're going to get us a goal. He was such a great player. It was really devastating what happened to him. So yeah, the players are definitely feeling it still. I've said it recently, I'm old enough to remember Souness changing too much too quickly. Getting the same vibes now. I hope Slot finds a solution soon. Oh Jesus, don't say that. Graham Souness put that club back about 15 years. No, I have full faith in Arne Slot to get it right. I really do. I just think it's a lot of new players, but they're quality players. So, look, he's definitely earned the right to be given the chance to figure it out anyway. But I think he will. I think he will. Spencer says 1-0 to Brentford at half time. I saw someone in chat say it was 2, but it's not. So I still have a chance. West Ham. Why did I pick West Ham? See, this is the problem, you see. I was overthinking it. Brentford goal was ruled just offside. So that's the second. Is it 1-0? Let me check here. Yeah, it's 1-0 at half time. So the second goal was ruled offside. I have a chance, lads. I have a chance. What's the stats? Brentford, total shots, 15. Shots on target, 5. West Ham, total shots, 3. Shots on target, 1. Oh my days. That's me gone over, lads. That is me gone over. Ah, well. Invested 400 million in the summer and we are worse. At the moment, at the moment, I still have full faith in Arne Slot to get it right. I think he just needs to stop being so stubborn. And as well, you know what the big problem is as well? Some of the changes he needs to make, they're obvious. Salah is the big one. And it looks like, and obviously bringing Kayes on, it looks like Arne Slot is the only one that doesn't realise. Now, obviously he does. He just doesn't want to do it yet. But because you have to remember, his first season, Mo Salah basically said to him, look, I'm not going to defend, but I'll win you the Premier League title. Mo Salah said that in an interview. So Arne Slot must be saying, I can't take him off. I can't drop him. Look what he did for me last season. But that was last season. Today was what I would call a football hangover. That defeat hurt yesterday. It really did, people. It really did. And I was hoping it was a perfect game after the international break for Liverpool to come back, the crowd to be into it, and Liverpool go and win the game comfortably, and it just didn't happen. And there was moments where we were unlucky. To hit the post 3 times in a game, that's just unlucky. I bet we're not doing anything in this January window. I can guarantee you we're not doing anything in this window. Guaranteed. I would be shocked. I think Liverpool are going to go back to the way they were before this summer. It's going to be maybe 1, 2 players. They'll look for the opportunities, which is fine, but Liverpool need a centre half. Yeah, this is a good point from Angel here. Slot had one last year and it worked because the players had a lot of time together. This is key to any team's success. The fact that they all played together for a season under Jurgen Klopp, I think it done them the world of good. They brought in Chiesa, that was the only player they brought in. But the fact that they were so used to playing with each other and just so used to being around each other, and then it was all systems go. So this season, it's still new for a lot of players. And you'd feel sorry for the new players, really, because they're coming into a team with a lot of changes. They're supposed to be joining a team that's dominating the Premier League, winning the league already. And it's just not happening. So, like the likes of Florian Wirtz, a big headline signing, and now all of a sudden everybody's saying he's not good enough and all of this. So, I do feel sorry for them. But I think Arne Slot is going to get it right. We'll learn a lot when Mo goes off to the African nations, yeah, 100%, because he just won't be there. So it'll be interesting to see what way the team plays, who he plays out there. In the press conference, Arne giggled and said that he was happy with the work rate. I switched off. Well, look, he's never... Well, to be fair to him, he probably could have said that he's not happy with it. Yeah, the work rate is a problem in my opinion. Jamie Carragher mentioned this yesterday on Sky Sports. He said the players are almost like, do I really have to defend? Do I? That's not the mentality of champions, people. You know, we need to get back to working like we did last season especially as I mentioned earlier, at the Etihad. Taking pride in defending, taking pride in keeping a clean sheet. Our finishing has been awful, but the bigger problem lies in our defence, and it stems from that. It's disrupting our midfield, moving Soboslai to right back. Yeah, 100%. I'm not a fan of it. It worked at the start of the season, but as I said earlier, you're taking a quality midfielder and you're putting him out of position, and you're taking a decent right back, and we don't have a right back on the field then. So, and I mean, look, when he didn't make a big mistake, Soboslai, yesterday, but Man United targeted him on that side, and the goal pretty much led to that. It did, because Soboslai with that throw into Marmadashvili. But there was moments then as well when they targeted, the ball went down there the whole time. They knew he was the weak link, and teams will do that. So I'm not a fan of it. If you don't want to play Soboslai in midfield, take him off. Just take him off. Don't just put him right back. Because as well, if you're a right back at the club, Frimpong, Connor Bradley, I mean, what does that tell you? The manager's taking you off. You are the right back. And he's putting a midfielder there. No, I'm not a fan of it. I mean, he done well at the start of the season. People were saying, oh, he's the best right back in the league. You know, a bit of a joke. But no, not a fan of it. Keep the right back there. For Maguire's winning goal, there was 3 United players and 1 Liverpool defender. Curtis Jones ran out. He thought it was a counter-attack. I don't know how, because the ball went straight to Bruno Fernandes. The man ran out. He must have been anticipating that somebody was going to head it out and Liverpool might get a counter-attack. But he completely left the back post free. Kanate was there, but wasn't his fault or anything. But you're right, there's 3 players there. Harry Maguire, the best defender in the world, of course. Let's not forget that, because he scored a goal. If Harry Maguire's not there, there's 2 players there as well that could score. Really poor defending. They're completely switched off. You know, and when people talk about Liverpool's team is fairly small, you know, 2 small fullbacks, and Florian Wirtz is not the biggest, McAllister's not the biggest. I mean, that has nothing to do with size. That has just something to do with you're not being switched on. Curtis Jones runs out thinking Liverpool are in the attack. The phase of play is not over. Concentrate. You know, wait till the ball is cleared, and then you can worry about it. And that's the problem. You know, I mean, obviously, look, Liverpool, not the biggest team in the world, but at moments it's just switching on. It's the same against Crystal Palace. Frimpong, he's not switched on at the back post. All the United fans came out with their cave. Oh yes, tell me about it. Straight after the game, text messages, Man United fans, in work today. Hey Dave, what are your thoughts on Marmadashvili? I'll be honest, I'm not a fan. First goal he should have saved. That Bruno shot to his feet was planted, same with their second goal. I went on a bit of a rant earlier about Marmadashvili. I'm not a fan. He should have done better for the first goal. But I think Kelleher's a better goalkeeper, but there's nothing we can do about that. But look, I hope it goes well for him. Arteta crumbles under pressure. I'm telling you, people, if we can just get it right. Look, I've said we're not winning the league. But if we could be like 6 or 7 points behind Arsenal with 12 games to go, I would fully believe that Liverpool will win the league. Because Arsenal will bottle it. And it's not because I don't like Arsenal, but it's not because of that. It's because of this is what they do. The last 3 seasons, they should have at least one Premier League. They should have at least one Champions League final. Maybe not win the Champions League, but they should have a Champions League final. They should have a final. And every time they get close, they crumble under the pressure. So if Liverpool could just be there or thereabouts, 10, 12 games to go, I'd have full belief Liverpool are winning it. But the way they're playing, unfortunately, I just don't see it. See, you better hope Haaland doesn't get injured. He is winning them the league. I mean, he's on fire. I mean, he has the golden boot wrapped up already. Football, like, there is no way Marvelashvili could have saved that goal. No way. I don't know. I think Allison saves that. I think Kelleher saves that. But as I say, maybe I'm being harsh. I think people forget the last half of last season, we did not play good football. We were terrible. Terrible. We really struggled in games. Didn't play well at all. But we were still tough to beat. We weren't like wide open. Remember a couple of away games before we had the league wrapped up. We went to Aston Villa, went to Everton. Remember that last goal when Everton won 2-2? The Aston Villa game was disappointing, but we were able to get a draw. And the Everton game, obviously, as well. But we were tough to beat. We're not tough to beat anymore. That's the problem. But yeah, you're spot on. We didn't play well. And then we won the league. I mean, look, we were switched off when we won the league. I didn't mind that at all. But it has started to kind of carry over to this season, which is not ideal. But hopefully the manager sorts it out. People are saying City are going to win the league. They are 1 point ahead of us, and we have to play them twice. That's a 5-point swing. Look, if Liverpool were playing well at this moment in time, I'd say, look, we're winning the Premier League. But where's the next good performance coming from? That's the problem, people. That is the problem. Although as well as Haaland is playing, he still hasn't scored at Anfield. But I tell you, I mean, Pep Guardiola's changed his tactics altogether. He's parking the bus. He's looking at it last season. He realised they were way too open. And this season he's saying, right lads, when we score, keep a clean sheet. Game over. They nearly did it against Arsenal. Did it against Brentford. Did it against Everton the other day. I mean, look, they're games that they should win anyway. But I think last season, I mean, everybody seemed to be able to score against them last season. But this season, he's really concentrating on clean sheets and parking the bus at times. And I think he's dead right. The defence started to crumble at the end of last year when the league was won and hasn't gotten better. Yeah, they haven't stepped it up at all. Does anyone know what's going on with Bajcetic? Probably not saying his name right, I never could. Did his injury just ruin him? I mean, he looked good, didn't he? But when he was at Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp sent him out on loan. So Arne Slot doesn't rate him. But did Jurgen Klopp really rate him? I've always wondered about that, because whenever he played, he was decent. But I always wondered, why did Jurgen Klopp send him out on loan? And Arne Slot then sent him out straight away. So look, maybe we're not seeing the full picture. I don't know with him, but I always thought he was decent. I don't know why they're holding on to him. He was boss. Yeah, I thought he was very good. He also doesn't rate Chiesa. He doesn't. I mean, he doesn't. I'd be shocked if Chiesa started, let's say, against Brentford on Saturday night. I'd be shocked. Absolutely shocked. He deserves to start. I was harshing him in the video yesterday, but I was wrong. You know, I was straight after the game, so emotions were high, and I was more concentrating on the fact that we lost the game and the chances we missed and everything. And I said that when he came off the bench, didn't really do much. But he did. He got the assist and he played well, and the commitment he was showing, he never stopped running. But he's not going to play. He's not going to play. I truly hope we switch to a 3-5-2 formation and no more high pressing, but play counter-attack. Two midfielders can always come back in defence to provide more defensive support. Yeah, three at the back. Look, I don't think Arne Slot ever played it, did he? Three at the back is interesting because Frimpong is a wing back and Florian Wirtz is used to playing with three at the back because that's what they played at Leverkusen. We can't even win a game. People are saying we will win the league. No, look, they're right. You have to have confidence in the team. At the end of the day, the quality that's there, if we can just get it right, I think we have the most talented squad in the league. Mightn't be the best squad like for every position, but I think the talent we have is special. And if we can just get it right, this team, in my opinion, is capable of going on a run. And it could end up with winning the league. Steve Nickel gave an excellent review of yesterday's game. It was on YouTube, worth watching. Yeah, I actually enjoy watching Stevie Nickel. I really do. I think he's good. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen a lot. I mean, I was watching the NFL straight after the game last night. I was a ball of depression. Oh, jeez, I hate losing. I hate losing to Man United. So I didn't watch much of Steve Nickel or any of the others on YouTube, but I'll definitely give it a watch. Chiesa has great courage and doesn't hide. He deserves to start more. Slot has questions answer. He's questions answer if he doesn't start them, say, Wednesday night. I mean, when we played Galatasaray, people were talking about he has to play him, but he gets injured in training. But I mean, if he travels, he has to play him Wednesday night. He has to, because why would you not? Stevie calls it as it is and he was super player. Yeah, look, I think he's good. A lot of people don't like him. But like, he's honest. He gives his opinion. Whether you agree with it or not, he gives his opinion. But I do like listening to him because as well, it's refreshing because Stevie Nickel has earned the right to give his opinion on Liverpool. I mean, we're all fans. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But that man has been there. He's done it. He's won the biggest trophies. He's entitled to go on TV and give his opinion about Liverpool. 100%. Whether you agree with it or not. I was furious after that game yesterday. I am American, wondering who you like in the NFL. So I was a Patriots fan because Tom Brady was there. I thought Tom Brady was the greatest player I've ever seen. So I do kind of have still a soft spot for the Patriots. I'm not a big Patriots on my team. You've probably seen me wearing a Seattle Seahawks hoodie. So I don't really have a team. But I do love the NFL. I really do. I take a day off every year for the Super Bowl. So I stay up, watch the Super Bowl, take the Monday off every single year. But yeah, I really do enjoy it. Dolphins fan here. They're not going well. Looks like it's going to give you a new head coach. Surely Ekitike plays versus Frankfurt. He has to. 100% he has to. He has to. Because even against Man United, when he came off the bench, I mean, once he gets the ball, things happen. Stevie Nickel and Didi Hamann are honest in their opinions, but some folks don't like hearing the truth. This is spot on, by the way. Spot on. You know, even if you don't agree with him, so what? It's his opinion. What is Didi Hamann on the same channel or on the same program? I know he does do Talk Sport a bit, but does he be on that now? Well, ESPN. Tom is the GOAT. He is from an hour and a half south of me. I'm a Niners fan. The San Francisco 49ers. I'd love to see the 49ers win a Super Bowl again. That franchise is way too big to go that long without a Super Bowl. Christine asks, has Trent going had an impact on the team? I think it has. 100%. Look, no matter what you thought of him defensively, the man was a magician with the ball at his feet. I mean, he could unlock a defence. And we've kind of lost that at the moment. Didi was on ESPN last Saturday in the preview. I didn't realise he was on that. But I do like listening to him. He does a lot of games on RTE in Ireland. I think he's good. What time are we now, people? We'll call it a night at 9:30. Thanks very much for joining me again. We're going to do this every Monday night, 8 o'clock. We're going to talk about the weekend. Hopefully, we'll be talking about Liverpool win. Liverpool chat. Hello, David. Hope you're well. Yeah, hopefully Liverpool win. What's going on here? Here we go. Frimpong looked decent when he came on, but a couple of decent balls in the box. The man should have an assist to his name. Cody Gakpo. Oh my God. Noel says, great show, David. Thank you very much, Noel. Every Monday night, people. Every Monday night, 8 o'clock. We're going to do this. Donny says, up the Reds. Thanks, David, for the insights. Just opinions. That's all it is, my friend. Just opinions. Great job, David. Can only get better. You'd think that. As Mick McCarthy said, can it get any worse? It can. Anybody see that, what do you call it? Trailer for the Saipan film with Ray Keane and Mick McCarthy? It looks woeful. You know, one of these films straight to DVD. I don't think I'll even watch it. Although some drama back then. Richard says, oh my God, it's just Monday today. All day. All day, my friend. All day. But the Reds play on Wednesday night and we're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to get back to winning ways on Wednesday. And the confidence will be back. And then we're going to beat Brentford. Telling you now. Then the season will start. Even I don't believe myself. No, it'll be alright. Trust me. Arne Slot. He'll get it right. He'll get it right. Frankfurt are leaking goals at this point. I know a team that is as well. That game could be anything. 3-3. We'll go with 3-3. Angel has a question. Here we go. Living and working. I'm a Scouser, living and working in Newcastle. 2 Man United supporters in my work, and I got more shit off the mags than I did the Manx. Oh yeah, sure. I swear Isak and Liverpool live rent-free in their heads. It shows you how big we are. You know, biggest club in the world, people. We really are. Look, Alexander Isak. He will come good for the Reds. Don't you worry about that. He will. The man has quality. Absolute quality. Would you rather have this losing games now or at the end of the season? 100% now. 100%. Get it out of the way. If this is our bad run of form, Best time to have it. Best time to have it. You know, if you'd imagine Arsenal will go through a bad run of form at some stage. And Man City. So if this is Liverpool's, up and down results, definitely the right time to have it. Christine says, thanks, David. Enjoyed the chat and all the opinions. Yeah, I really enjoy doing them. I really do. It's great to get everyone's opinion on things. Chris says, I miss Trent's vision and assists. Look, we were all disappointed the way it ended with Trent. I mean, Steven Gerrard even said he didn't understand what he's doing. But Liverpool, they missed the player. Forget about what he did off the field, planning to leave and all of that. But the player, just the player, the footballer. Any team would miss him. I think Salah's game misses Trent. Well, 100%. There was a couple of clips from last season. And the opposition would have the ball. And it'd be just it would fall to Trent Alexander-Arnold. It wouldn't be like a pass from a Liverpool player. The ball would just fall to him. And as soon as he got it, Salah was gone. Salah would run. And Trent would find him. Or at least he tried to find him. And I think he misses that. He hasn't got that partnership yet. Because he doesn't know who he's playing with. Arne Slot keeps picking a different right back. That's the problem as well. Only a few miles from you in Offaly. It's only up the road. Well, it's about 50 minutes away. Something like that. Angel says exactly for the losing streak now rather than the end of the season. Yeah, get it out of the way. Look, if this is as bad as it's going to get, okay. We're still in October. Should Salah start Wednesday? No, not for me. I think it's time for him to come out of the team. And it's nothing against him. He's a legend. Deserves a statue. All of that. If it wasn't for Mo Salah, we don't win the league last season. He needs to come out of the team. I've seen that. Trent's brother doing a podcast after the game complaining about the loss. Too little, too late, lad. That's not the agent though, is it? That's the other brother. Yeah, I was watching that, I was thinking, go away. Like, you really care about Liverpool when one of our best players last season was trying to get a move to Real Madrid. Now, unless he had a chat with him and Trent just wouldn't listen, I don't know. We don't know the full story, but this is a good question. Right, people, answer this question before I go. Would you take Trent back? Yes. In a heartbeat. No hesitation from me. I would, people. I want Liverpool Football Club to win. Okay? And if Trent Alexander-Arnold can help us win, I take him back. I would. I take him back. And here's another interesting thing, right? If Trent was to come back, the first time he scored, or the first time he crossed in a great ball for an assist, the Liverpool fans would take him back. I'm telling you. Liverpool chat says no way he had his chance. Oh, look, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But I would take him back. Chris says, yes, Trent back, PS and Klopp. We're not having that conversation, Chris. No way. Arne Slot, have faith. I think he was badly advised. I think he's going to regret it. But I definitely take him back. Because he could help us win. Why not? Great video again. Thanks, Sean, from Wexford. Thanks, Sean. Would you take your girlfriend back after she jumped for another guy? You wouldn't, would you? Absolutely not. Of course not. But this is football, people. Come on. This is Liverpool Football Club. If Liverpool can win. Simple as. It will take one win and we will be happy and positive again. Look, it's true. It's true. Look, we're all very negative after 4 defeats in a row, especially after losing to Man United. But one win, one good performance, everything is good. Steve says, just been told there's an emergency meeting at Liverpool tomorrow. Anyone heard anything? Yeah, this was mentioned in the comments earlier. Did anyone hear about this? Hold on there for a minute. Let me just check here. Emergency team meeting called for tomorrow at Liverpool. That's, Indy on Twitter. The man has been on fire. Emergency meeting. Interesting. Is that just a team? It's not like the club, like with Arne Slot having a chat with him. Well, look, it could be what they need. An emergency meeting. I don't get the emergency meeting. This is an emergency meeting. But like the players and the manager and the coaches, they're at the training ground. Just call a meeting. Why is it emergency meeting? Release it to the press. Don't get that. Angel says we need to move forward. We do. And the best way to do that is to win. Just win. Right, people. I think it's time to go. Thanks very much for joining us. Again, every Monday night we're going to do this. We're going to talk about the weekend's games. We're going to hopefully talk about Liverpool getting 3 points against Brentford. Obviously, I'll keep making the videos during the week. We'll do one after the game on Wednesday. Hopefully that's after another Liverpool win. I mean, we'd have to get back to winning ways in the Champions League as well. But we're winning the Champions League. I keep saying it. But anyway, thanks very much for watching, everybody. And yeah, I'll talk to you all very soon.